cleaned our lens off. It is October 22nd, 2018. We are at 2210 Broadway Street, Santa Monica, California, performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch ABS plastic cleanout in the back of the building. And this is the parking lot area, and we are adjacent to Ferguson Pipe and Supply. And this is Tool Corporation in the back. And we're going to run through the clean out. We don't have any water running right now, which is good, so that we can see what the line looks like. We've got a little bit of water in the line from probably a toilet running, it looks like to me, but not enough to harm us. Should be able to see the line pretty well now. Joint looks okay. Next joint looks to be okay. We had a crack somewhere in the area. We'll have to locate it. We're going to pull out. We're going to pull out of the sewer line again. Just wipe down the camera one more time. Wipe down the lens, and we're also going to zero it out right at the clean out. And we're going to put our counter on, so that as we speak, we can talk about where we're at, and it will identify it by footage on the camera. So we're going to zero out now. We're right at the mainline cleanout, so we're zeroed out. Now we're also going to put on our counter. We've got our counter on, we're zeroed out, and we're in the parking lot. We're getting ready to enter our mainline cleanout. Down at the bottom of our mainline cleanout, and we're going to be heading toward the street. So these joints look like they had some roots in it. This line has just been hydrojetted. Looks to be okay. That joint looks to be okay. That joint looks to be okay. That joint looks to be alright. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks okay. That joint looks alright. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks good. That joint looks pretty good condition. Now it looks like we have a section of ABS plastic. This is out in the alleyway. This is past the automatic gate. And then we have a little belly in this line though. A little belly in the line. And that joint looks to be okay. A little bit of a belly in the line there. Just a tiny belly. Shouldn't interfere with the line. That joint looks to be okay. Got another belly in the line here as we're making our turn. That joint's offset a little bit in that turn. Not terrible at this point, but it is offset. More than likely there were some roots in there. That joint looks to be pretty good. That joint looks to be okay. A little bit of a belly that's a little bit flat right here. And that joint doesn't look terrible, but we've got a break in the fitting right here. So we're going to stop and we're going to locate this area. I'm going to pause for a moment and locate this. had this area marked out at 2 foot 8 inches deep in the alleyway by the electronic gate for Tool and the exit for Ferguson. So we have that area where that fitting's broken. It's cracked. It's cracked pretty, but it's not falling apart. It's not caving in at this point. That joint looks to be pretty good. That joint looks to be pretty good. That joint looks alright. Got an offset here. Got a pretty good offset there, but I don't believe that that's going to interrupt the flow of the sewer line either. That joint looks good. Most of the joints and most of the pipe look, that joint's in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition, a minor offset. Joint looks pretty good. That joint looks to be pretty good. That joint looks to be pretty good. That joint looks good. Next joint looks to be good. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in good condition. That joint looks good. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks good. That joint looks good. Most of the piping looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears pretty good condition. That joint looks good. That joint looks good. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks good. That joint looks good. That joint looks good. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks good. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. Joint, you can see there's a piece missing out of it right there. Couldn't see that before with the water flow. So we're going to pause and we're going to go locate and mark that area out. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now. We've got a little water movement here. We're going to try and trace this and see where it's coming from. That joint looks to be okay. We're out at right about 200 feet, and we've marked that out in the street, 4 foot 4 inches deep, or in the alleyway, excuse me. And there's another clean out there. We're going to take a look. Coming back. That joint looks to be in good condition. See if we can get that debris off the camera lens a little bit. There we go. Nope. Got it off for a second. I'm going to try and run a little bit of water for a moment. Okay, we've cleaned the lens off the best that we can. We're going to wait a minute. We're going to pause for a moment and let this water dissipate, and then we'll pull back and we'll take a look at the line again. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now, and we'll take a look at the line on the way back. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. Piping looks to be okay. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint Looks to be in fairly good condition. We've got a little bit of an offset we're holding. We've got some slag right there, concrete slag, just over pouring the joint. We're holding a little bit of water right at that joint. And minor offset at that joint, nothing to be concerned about. We're holding a little bit of water in here, which it appears that we've got an offset there. And it's probably pretty flat right here because it's just holding the water. It's not a lot of water movement right there. Yep. And there's a connection off to our right. And we may have an inlet right there. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to try and run some water in the front building.
Run some water for Ferguson?
Okay, we've got a strong amount of water coming in. We are running water. As you can see, we come back here, we don't have any water running per se. There's a little bit of water standing, but there's really no water running. And then we get to this inlet right here, and you can see the flow. We do have sinks running in the Ferguson showroom, and we have toilets being flushed in the Ferguson showroom right now. Without a lot of water running through this line at this time from Tool, then we can see they just flushed the toilet in Ferguson. And a little debris behind us. Get that You can see the flow right now. So we got a very, very strong flow and inlet coming in from the Ferguson showroom in front of us. You can see we really have nothing here. So this sewer line does accommodate the Ferguson showroom and also tool company in the rear. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to go shut the water off in Ferguson.
Good, dude.
Okay, we've located the inlet for the Ferguson building in front, which does tie into this line for tool in the back. We're going to begin pulling out again. That joint looks to be in good condition. A little flat spot right here. That joint looks good. Joint looks good. That joint has a little offset to it. You can see more of the face on the left-hand side of the monitor than you can the right, but still in decent condition. Joint's not broken. That joint looks to be pretty good. You can see where there's bright orange chips in the joint, in the piping, and that's from the hydrojetting. You have to be very careful hydrojetting because you can really damage the pipe, but small chips like that are normal. And that joint looks to be in pretty good condition. Looks to be in pretty good condition. And we're We're going to pause for a moment right here. We are also checking the inlet for 2110B. We believe it may be tiger text is what we saw at the front of the building. And that's also an inlet for 2110B that's coming in on the left-hand side, which we couldn't see before because we were underwater like this from so much water running. But we've got sinks running right now. We have nothing really behind us coming from Tool and Ferguson, the front building. So that's showing us that we do have another inlet into the sewer line from 2110B. Continue pulling back. And that joint looks to be in good condition. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, going to continue pulling back. That joint looks to be in good condition. Try and pull back slow and see if we have any more inlets into this sewer line. That joint looks good. That joint looks good. That joint, we do have a crack in that joint. On the right-hand side at about the 3 o'clock area, we have a large crack in the joint that's going back all the way to about the 11 o'clock area. Pretty large crack in that area. We're going to begin pulling back. That's where we had the large break, and we're right in front of this large break. So if this area is repaired, that other area should be repaired as well. We're at 162 on the camera monitor here, and it would be the next joint in front, which is only about 2 to 3 feet where we have that other break. So that would need to be repaired at the same time. Again, pulling back again, and we've marked this area out. That was at 4 foot 3 inches deep. We marked it out with orange paint. Alleyway between 2110B and the Ferguson showroom in front, and Tool, the 2210 that's in the alleyway. And pulling back. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a little bit of an offset to it, but not terrible. And there's no apparent breaks in that joint. Still looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got an offset to it, but again, it doesn't appear to be broken and not too bad a condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in good condition. All the piping that I can see, except for that one joint and that one piece of pipe that we have a section missing out of that's broken, most of the piping appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be pretty good. That's got an offset joint, but still not terrible, no major breaks in it. Not bad condition. Sometimes we will have a shifting in the joint, especially with the old hub and spigot joint.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, that joint appears to be pretty good condition. That joint's got a little offset, holding a little bit of water and minor separation, but still not in bad condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a minor offset to it, but not terrible condition. No major breaks that we can see or major cracks. That joint's in pretty good condition. That joint's got an offset to it, a little bit of separation, but again, no major break. Still in fairly good condition. Most of the piping appears to be maintainable. That joint's got a little bit of an offset to it, but not in bad condition. That joint again has some offset to it, but again, no pieces missing out of the vitreous clay. That joint appears to be minor offset. That joint's got a little larger and is holding back some water, but then again, we don't have any major breaks or major cracks. Still maintainable, but it's getting to a point where it's shifting quite a bit. If it does shift more, there may be a major issue in that area. Appears to be in pretty good condition. Minor offset in that joint, but still in fair condition. This joint not bad. Still appears to be in good condition. And then we have our major crack going all the way around the pipe here. See where that joint's cracked all the way around. Pretty major crack. And that appears to be another inlet. I'm going to pause for a moment, go take a look inside. it appears that we may have had a bathroom back in this warehouse area for Ferguson, back behind the Ferguson showroom at one time, and that may have been deleted. That looks like an inlet from an old line. So we're going to begin pulling back, so that area should be repaired. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. A little bit of an offset, not much. That set was still in pretty good condition. Looks to be in pretty good condition. Making a turn, we got a little offset. This is coming from the alleyway, coming back toward our mainline cleanout, back behind Tool. Got another inlet off to our left. I'm going to pause for just a moment. Okay, we're going to pull back. This appears that it may just be a turn, maybe a Y for a 45 right here, coming in from tool behind us. So we got a little belly in the line here. That joint's got an offset to it, but not major. That's coming back toward our clean out from the electronic driving gate for tool. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a little offset to it, but not in terrible condition. Pretty good offset to it, holding back quite a bit of water, but still not broken and will still work at this time, still function. We got some ABS pipe, and then we transition back to our vitreous clay. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a little offset to it, but still in pretty good condition. No major breaks or cracks. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a minor offset to it, still not bad condition, and we're pulling out of our mainline cleanout. Now we're going to move our camera equipment toward the front. We're going to run through the mainline cleanouts in the alleyway toward the front of the Ferguson showroom and take a look at the remainder of the 4-inch vitreous clay and also inspect the 6-inch vitreous clay city lateral. Pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin running through the mainline cleanouts at the front alleyway in between 2110B and the Ferguson showroom. We've got two mainline cleanouts that look like they've just been installed. Two ABS plastic mainline cleanouts. We're going to run in, and this one looks like it runs toward the sewer. Looks like it goes down, and it does have a sweep to it. We're going to run out, and then sweep around, and then go down our vitreous clay. There's a section of vitreous clay left from where we had stopped, and now we're going to go into our vitreous clay and run out toward our city sewer. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in fairly good condition right there. That joint appears to be in fairly good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. Minor separation, very minor offset. Still looks to be in pretty good. That joint looks to be in fair condition. Getting a little bit of cloudy on our camera lens. Getting some debris on there. Once we get into the city sewer, hopefully we can wash it off. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. Should be able to tell a little bit more when we come back. Have a little bit of concrete slag right there in the joint, but still in good condition. That joint's got a little offset to it looks like, at 46 on the camera monitor. And we're going to drop down. We're going to run out into the city sewer. We're just going to run all the way to the city sewer, and then we'll take a look on the way back. Now we're running out toward Broadway Street. A little belly in the line. And making our turn. And now we hit the city sewer. Got a straight drop into the city sewer. Now we're in the water. Try and rinse our camera lens off, and we'll pull back. Okay, and there's the city sewer. And there's the connection in the middle of the street. Now we're going to begin pulling back. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. We can see we have two joints there, one there and one back behind it. Minor turn right there. Appear to be in pretty good condition. We've got some water flowing now from the buildings. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition from what we can see. We can see most of the joint. We've got a little bit of water that's in the line now. It makes it difficult to see the whole joint. But that joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got quite a bit of an offset. You can see toward the top. You can see quite a bit of the face of the pipe. You don't see any at the bottom. It's got a pretty good offset, but still not broken. No major cracks, so we're still in pretty decent condition. Now we're getting quite a bit of water. We're in our drop, so it's going to make it a little harder to see. That joint looks to be in fair condition. That joint looks like it's in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition, minor offset. No major breaks from what I can see. That joint has a minor offset, but still in fairly good condition from what I can see. We get it on our laptop, we're going to be able to see a little bit more too, so we can re-inspect once we get it on the laptop. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That joint's got a crack in it, and that's in the street. It's got a pretty considerable crack in it on the right-hand side from about the 5 o'clock area to about the 1 o'clock area on the right-hand side, as you can see it. And we're at 39 foot 3 inches on our monitor, and we're out in the street. Now we're pulling back, coming back into the alleyway, and that joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks good. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint appears to be in pretty good condition. That joint looks to be coming up. That joint looks good. And then we have our ABS joint from our new clean out. That looks to be in pretty good condition. And now we're pulling up and out of our mainline clean out. Now we're just going to run down the other clean out next to it, which should drop right into our vitreous clay here in just a second. Got a little bit of ABS plastic, and then we drop into vitreous clay. And this line's tied in. This appears to be cast iron. This appears to be a cast iron line. And from the back, we didn't run through any cast iron lines. So unfortunately, I don't know what this line is tied into, or it may be clay. That looks like a clay joint. Very hard to tell. Then we have an inlet, it looks like. But we are going toward the front of the property. Let's run out and just see where it takes us to. And we drop. I don't think we can get anywhere. This may have been a deleted line. I don't think we can get anywhere. It's not going to go through. I think this mainline cleanout was put into an old cast iron line that more than likely has been deleted. We didn't see any water movement in there. And we didn't see anything from the buildings in the back that would indicate that this line would be live. And that completes our video sewer inspection.